Hello nerds and welcome to Into the Wild, your favourite wildlife and conservation podcast where we look at all things, well, wildlife and conservation.
This is a podcast of curiosity where we know we don't have all the answers.
Oh, that's my co-host Nadia, by the way.
Hi. But it doesn't really matter because we're here to learn and crucially listen to those who are affected by and closest to the issues that we as conservationists tend to pick over from our comfy living rooms.
So strap yourselves in, open up your luggles, grab a brew and join us as we geek out over nature, share our love for wildlife, rarely take ourselves seriously, all whilst learning. Oh, and we sometimes swear. Got my slippers on.
So you should. It's September.
It is also 19 degrees in London, though.
Oh, you must be feeling it then. Got the heating on as
Well,
well.
it's a bit weird, though. It's kind of... Well, you wake up, it's like 7 degrees, and you're like, oh.
This is the same shit every September. Right. This is what happens in September. There is a wide varying temperature throughout the day, which is why people get confused about layers and how to dress.
About what? Confused about what?
Layers. What do you say then?
I always like finding a new word that sounds funny in your Geordie accent.
What do you say?
It started with book.
And it's going to end
in, I would say layers. What do you say?
Layers?
Layers?
Layers? You know what you need? Layers?
It sounds like a bird call.
Well, you wouldn't know.
I would not know.
How are you?
Not too bad. So I've got my slippers on.
God. Here we go.
And I've got
well,
a
I
cup
tell
of
you
tea.
what, it's a really nice counterpoint to last week when we were both drunk. So you've got a cup of tea and slippers. I'm getting a cup of tea delivered to me in a minute.
By whom?
Jess.
Oh, Jess. Do you want to tell everyone who Jess is?
Jess is someone I work with who is currently staying with me.
That's nice.
Yes, there we go.
Very wholesome.
Very
and you've
wholesome.
got her making you tea and bringing it to you.
Yeah, and dinner hopefully if I'm lucky. If I
Okay,
look,
is
if I just look really busy and stressed out enough for the next hour,
Yeah.
it kind of suggests that someone should bring me dinner.
Yeah, this is quite manipulative.
It is a little bit manipulative, yeah. Yeah.
But positive manipulation.
It's the human condition, I'm afraid. We are going to go to the pub tonight, though.
Are you going to buy Jess a pint? to
I
say
will
thanks?
do, yeah. I will, depending on dinner.
What are you hoping from dinner?
Anyway, what? Well, spag bowl.
We spoke about spag bowl yesterday, didn't we?
No, you put the seed in my brain.
Put the spag bowl in you. Don't wink at me when you say things like that.
Anyway.
I'm calling you out on that.
I honestly, can I be honest with you? I've got a flake of paint in my eye.
Off.
And that'll be because it's part of my nature, my nature highlight, and the story will become apparent. It's a whole series of calamities, really.
Oh, God. It's like Lemony Snicket's series
It
of
is.
unfortunate events with you, isn't it?
I know it is. Today has been that. Anyway, should we
For the nerds listening, she's still rubbing her eye.
Because I've got flaky paint in my eye. I'll tell you about it in a minute.
Okay. Let's go into nature highlight now.
So I've had my roof done, and I feel like the roof's been done, but the scaffolders have left the scaffolding up.
Yeah.
So obviously, I climbed out my bedroom window onto the scaffolding.
What do you mean, obviously?
Well, come on, it's got a little balcony for the first time ever.
No, it's not a balcony. It's scaffolding still.
I know, but it's a balcony. I've never seen them.
This is the most irresponsible thing you've ever outed yourself for on this.
It's
podcast.
very safe. That's why they put a roof up standing on it. Anyway.
Yeah, but they're trained.
Ryan, let me have a balcony for a little bit.
Little Juliet balcony.
It's not a Juliet balcony. I lay out on it today.
Why are you so Geordie today? That was honestly like talking to a bottle of Newcastle brown ale just then.
A drink I don't
Hey,
drink.
hey, no, I was laying out on it today.
Was? So my nature highlight was, because I got to go, and it's very rare that you get to be eye to eye with your roof, right? Like, that's not something, no, but you don't. And so obviously, oh, Jesus. I went up because I thought, well, the scaffolding's up. It gives me an opportunity to just paint around my windows, because when am I going to get that level with my windows, my upstairs windows, right?
Yeah.
But also
God forbid you find a ladder.
It meant of your bit terrifying on a ladder, but so it meant that I could get close to the house martin nest.
Finally, we get there.
And it was lovely to be right up close to this construction. You know, this thing that's been constructed.
The nest.
Yeah, which I had to knock off because I need to repaint. I know. They'll build another one next year, but like...
They will.
And sometimes they do reuse old ones though, so I feel a bit guilty. Anyway, it's just lovely to see this, you know, just essentially what's muddy spitballs, you know.
Are you keeping it?
Oh, I asked Lucy Lapwing and she said they are known to be some of the fleaiest and parasitiest of all the nests, so no.
Oh, I thought it was going to be a yes.
Yeah, no, I don't think
yes.
I am, but it was nice to see that lovely mud cup up close. And also, when I was up there, I noticed a bee flying overhead really high, and I just thought, what business have you got being so high?
I don't think anyone has ever described a bee flying overhead before.
No, yeah, because they usually do. But I'm at what I thought was above bee height, yet it was still above me. And anyway, after that, I dropped my phone off the scaffolding and smashed my screen. That's my day. Oh, and because I was sorting out the paint, I got flaky paint in my eye, which is still in it.
The last two bits are incredibly on brand.
They're not nature news, but it was a whole moment for me to be up with nature from a different, like, you know, the bird's eye view, really, which is lovely.
Yeah, or a bee's eye view.
Well, a bee is above it, yeah.
That sounds all very exciting.
I can't wait for yours.
It's not as exciting as any of that. There was no paint in my eye or no house martin nest. But I actually shared this on my Instagram, which I notice you have not liked yet, and I'm joking. I'm not that insane.
Keeping tab. I'm joking. No one has ever been sane that said I'm not that insane.
I'm waiting.
Sometimes you do, though. Pull me up on it.
Do you remember? Did I show you my second favourite tree on Hampstead Heath when you were there?
I did see this on Instagram, and I didn't like it. It's not that I didn't like it. I mean, I didn't actively press the button. I think you did show me it, actually, because it looks familiar.
It is a fit tree.
It's beautiful.
Like, there's something really like... I think I said to you when we were on the heath, it's like... It's just surrounded by bramble. So, I mean, you could get to it if you had a machete or something, or you want, like, this time of year, because the bramble's
Challenge
so
accepted.
But I like the fact that doesn't happen. So no one gets to it.
Mm-hmm.
There's no path at all. And it's a good probably like 20 metres of bramble to get in. And I walked past it the other day, and the light's obviously gone a little bit lower during the day, and it was just shining on the leaves, and they are just starting to turn orange. And it's like that. Oh,
the light is stunning at the start.
I just saw it, and it was like a show. I was like, oh, this is so nice. So that was genuinely my highlight.
Yeah, lovely.
This week,
I feel like you and I are both due a much nerdier highlight. For our next episode, let's find something nerdier.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. Yeah, so what, wholesome vibes not all right?
Wholesome's really lovely, but
Are we too wholesome on this show?
I think we've been too wholesome. I think what we need
wholesome.
to do is be like, I found...
Go on.
Well, I'm not going to do it, because then I'll be picking out one group of naturalists, and I don't want to...
Well, you know, it's shroom season, so maybe we could...
Hey, should we both...
We could do a fungi special.
Let's do a fungi special for our next one. We'll both look for a fungi.
Okay. How about we both try a fungi and see if we die or not?
Okay, try a fungi.
Next week, it's just Ryan on the show.
Why am I dead?
Because I'm a lot more cautious with that stuff than you are.
Anyway, look. Yes.
Shall we go into nature news?
Shall we?
Strap yourselves in.
Whoop.
Let's go. Right, well, I usually go first. Do you want to go first?
Can I give you my quickie first? Oh my god, even though it was slightly innuendo-y, there's no reason for that response?
Okay, how would you like me to respond?
Oh, well, yeah, you're right, I guess. Awooga.
Awooga. You want me to actually be the first human being to actually respond with the term awooga?
No. I don't know what I want today. I've got paint in my eye and I broke my phone.
Go on, what have you got?
Well, I actually gave myself a good hour and a half to research today's podcast.
That's just behind the scenes for everyone there, which we usually do 10 minutes.
What I mean to say is, So I actually had quite a long time this week to research the podcast. And so I actually wanted to find, because obviously you and I quite often go to the same sources, because actually there's so much going on that, you know, there's an abundance. But I was like, I wonder which other places on the internet I could find some stuff. And I just typed in some things, you know, as one does. I am getting older and older by the
so far you're talking like my nan used to talk about the internet. So I flicked through the internet.
I'm talking like that time my great-great-grandma was scared when you changed the light bulb in case the room filled with electricity. Okay. This is a story about, can animals get drunk? What do you think, Ryan?
Yeah, they can, yeah. I've tried it.
So this is a little story about just someone looking into like which animals do and don't get drunk. So it says here, it's not hard to find stories of animals getting tipsy. A moose in Sweden was found with its head stuck in a tree after being seen staggering around, eating fermented apples. Elephants in Botswana getting drunk on marula fruit. My pet rat, they said, would knock over my home brew and then lick up the spillage, and they all seem inebriated. But were they? It turns out that not all animals get drunk, and some are adapted. What are you laughing at?
I'm laughing because it is nice to know there's still pointless science going
I
on
know.
around the
And it's
immediate.
where I'm increasingly going to live. And actually, so as a rule of thumb, they said, those animals that regularly eat fermented fruit as part of their diet...
Wonderfully corrected. I can't just let you know that's uneditable.
And actually, a little pop-up has appeared on the website of what I'm probably going to talk about next time, which is the top 10 sleepiest animals, nature's biggest nappers. Expect that in the next pod, folks. So animals that regularly eat fermented fruit as part of their diet, because it just happens to be what's around, metabolize it really quickly and are less affected by it. So Malaysia's pen-tailed shrew has evolved to survive on the fermented nectar of the bertam palm, and although regularly consume large amounts, which is the equivalent of 10 to 12 glasses of wine,
Jesus,
adjusted to body weight, so show no, but still,
it's still a lot, isn't it?
Show no signs of intoxication. The same is true of native bats of South and Central America. They only eat fermented fruits and nectar, but can fly just as well inebriated as when sober, even with the blood alcohol levels that are more than 3 times the legal human limit. I just like the fact that it's compared to the human limit. But that isn't the case for cedar waxwings of North America. While these birds eat a lot of berries, from time to time they gorge on overripe boozy berries of the Brazilian pepper tree, and this rarely ends well, it says. The birds can't fly straight and have a tendency to crash into windows and fences. Tests on birds have died in this way that reveal that their blood alcohol content was 1,000 parts per million levels that would easily intoxicate a human. So it's just interesting that... I mean, it's fairly understandable, right? If it's part of your diet, you can metabolize it quickly. But then sometimes animals come across fermented fruit, and it's not usually, and they do get drunk. I've seen squirrels on Instagram falling off trees.
It's funny you mentioned Botswana as well, because I don't think I'm making this up. I'm pretty sure Professor Adam Hart told me this.
Oh, right.
Which is a name we've not dropped on the podcast for a while. Shout out to Adam.
Prof Hart.
But I'm pretty sure there's areas of Botswana that when elephants do eat fermented fruit, there's higher levels or high cases of human-wildlife conflict.
Oh.
Which means elephants get aggy on booze.
Like Newcastle on a Friday night.
Yeah.
But with elephants.
Yeah, so I think that's true. I don't think I'm making... I mean, it sounds true, doesn't it?
Oh, it sounds absolutely true. Of course it does,
I mean,
of course.
I don't know if it's easier to fight back an elephant when they're pissed.
Everything's swaying, I think.
Everything's swaying. That's a very interesting and important study.
Well, also because the last 2 episodes we've talked about berries coming out earlier, so when the birds arrived, maybe they're more fermented, so maybe we'll have a drunker...
Yeah, fair point.
We'll have drunker autumns from now on, bird-wise.
Autumns.
Look for birds flying not in a straight line, not including the snipe. Which famously fly in a ziggy-zaggy.
Thank you for the little bit of...
Come on, bring some sanity to the podcast.
Hey nerds, sorry to interrupt the show, it's Ryan here. I just wanted to pop on to tell you something quick. We always want Into the Wild to be a free and accessible show, but it does cost to run this thing. So if you ever have any spare pennies or pounds and you want to chuck it towards your favourite nature, wildlife and conservation podcast, then you can do so by going to www.ko-fi.com/intothewildpod. The link is in the write-up of this episode. Anything you're able to give goes straight back into the shows we produce. Anyway, I'll shut up now. Back onto nature news.
Okay, right. This is a cool story that's going to get the botanists buzzing and excited.
Oh.
And I hope... Look at your face.
Will it?
I think it will. Got me excited, and I'm not a botanist.
Yeah.
It's about plants.
Oh.
So
Well, then I
it's
think
quite
I can
exciting.
imagine botanists getting excited about anything
Yeah.
plant, even if it's not.
Leif would enjoy... If I told Leif this story, he'd be like... I can hear him going, wow! You remember when he does
special.
that? There's a plant that mimics the odour of half-eaten ants to attract pollinators. And it's just been discovered.
Wow.
See?
I have got questions
See?
about the validity of this research already. Go on.
Oh, well, don't you worry, because research has been done. It's a species of dogbane. It's the first plant known to kind of boost its chances of reproduction by copying the scent of ants as they release alarm call to their nest mates when they come under attack by spiders and other predators. Presidents? I was going to say presidents.
God.
But predators and presidents. So Ko Mochizuki, a botanist at the University of Tokyo, said that this is the first evidence of ant mimicry in plants. Without this specific scent, the plant would not be able to achieve reproductive success. This species of dogbane is called Vinstoxicum or Nakium. I don't know.
It's good enough.
It's good enough, isn't it? And it's native to Japan and was only named last year. So basically, the first time that this has been or the first hint that this has been a thing came when Mochizuki spotted fruit flies gathering around the plant's flowers in the nursery at Tokyo's Koshikawa Botanical Gardens.
You're doing
I know
really
the word
well.
botanical, did not know the first word, but they mean slammed together. And that's Ryan's brain struggling with that.
Keep going.
So the flies move from plant to plant searching for injured ants and carcasses left behind after spiders have attacked them. But in the process, the flies do the plant a major favour by helping pollinate them. So intrigued by what the hell was going on and what was attracting all these flies, Mochizuki analysed chemicals released by the plant and found a cocktail of volatile compounds, including nonane, undecane, and other substances, God, I can't talk today, known as 8AC, 10AC, and 6MMS.
Oh, what are scientists like? What
science.
are they like?
He then analysed pheromones released by ants in a jar when they were attacked by a jumping spider. These substantially overlapped with the odours released by the dogbane, according to the report in Current Biology.
Sounds like science.
It's a lot
really
of
cool.
science.
It is really cool. I'm just thinking about this flower. Have you heard of just looking pretty? Like the ones that
But this is mad though, isn't it? Like basically, fruit flies go for the leftovers of ants. Plants
just make
and
that
ants release
stink.
this pheromones. So then the plant releases the pheromones that attracts the flies that pollinate. Like, that's just like nature. That like, how do you
We
even?
have to remember, don't we, that evolution doesn't plan for these things. These are all accidents that have worked at some point in the past, which is amazing.
Yeah, I know. It's just accidents that just seem to work out for the best, and it carries on.
Yeah,
it's
thank
mad.
God, we don't smell like half-eaten ants. Flies all
No,
over us.
covered in fruit flies. Although there was a lot of fruit flies in my kitchen the other day.
Yeah, a lot in mine the other day as well.
Did you have fruit out?
No, my compost bin was full. Classic.
No, I had fruit out, so it's probably that.
You had fruit out, all right. Big bucks. It's expensive, innit? Just to have fruit out.
What? Well, I had like, apples and some flat peaches.
Oh,
actually.
God, why didn't you say apples and pears?
What? No, I had flat peaches.
Did
'Cause
you?
They were reduced in
All right,
co-op.
North London.
Yeah, they were reduced.
Were they nice?
They were a bit hot. They were the type of...
Thank you. The correct answer to anyone that's eaten a peach, no, they're not that great. They're a bit shit. I don't know why we keep eating them. I do not. Go on.
Well, I like peaches, but these went from hard to rotten.
And therein
overnight.
lies the problem of peaches.
So yeah, I just thought that was a cool story about a new type of dogbane plant that is I don't know, absolutely killing it and blowing my mind.
Well, I mean, here, look, just on the back of that real quickly before I go into my bit of nature news, another thing that's been discovered this week is that this is what the article says, a surprisingly cute deep-sea fish species off the coast of California known as, meet the bumpy snailfish, described by scientists as adorable.
I feel like that's quite a punch to other deep-sea fish.
Well, the other two that were found were called the dark snailfish, which is like the emo, clearly,
Didn't get along
and the
with
sleek
parents.
snailfish. And if you go on the SmithsonianMag.com website and have a look at this, I think you'll agree that it is a very cute fish.
What was it called?
It is called the bumpy snailfish. And of course, exploring the deep oceans is not an easy thing to do, and it's one of the places where there's so much abundance and, you know, people are finding new species all the time, and it's actually really, really cute. And it really makes it funny. This article keeps going on about how it's surprisingly cute.
I don't think that's
quite
that
cute.
Is it?
It is, with its big eyes and its big lips. It's quite cute.
A warty face.
But ignore the wart. If you look past the warts...
How can you ignore that it's all wart?
I know. I've got a soft spot for the bumpy snailfish. Anyway.
Not for me, that
A
one.
week of... Not for me. I'll take the dead ant plant instead. Thank you very much.
I would, because the plant's actually quite
Well,
nice.
I'll tell you what, we brought the nerd back.
We did, didn't we?
Anyway, do you want another story?
Yes.
This is a story. This is a policy story. It's about the Chevron lawsuit in Louisiana, a win for wetland restoration. The Chevron lawsuit in Louisiana ended with a jury awarding, and this is what made me read the story, $744 million for wetland restoration. So Chevron, which is a big oil company, has been ordered to pay $744.6 million in damages after a Louisiana jury found the oil giant responsible for decades of environmental damage to the state's fragile coastal wetlands. Which I think is just nice to see people getting comeuppance, is what I like to call it.
Is this recent? Has this just happened and gone through?
This was published on the 23rd of September 2025, so 2 days ago.
Because I think I remember hearing about this.
The historic decision centres around the Chevron lawsuit in Louisiana, which accused the company via its predecessor Texaco of breaking coastal protection laws and failing to clean up after drilling operations. The jury found Chevron liable for land loss, soil contamination and the abandonment of equipment in the marshes. So, yeah, I mean, it breaks down what the different things should cover for the different bits in terms of contamination or left equipment. Chevron has said it's going to appeal it, claiming its activities and questions predated the environmental law. There's absolute moral fucking bankruptcy to go, we did it, but it preceded the law, so therefore we're not going to pay it. Actually, but have you got the money to restore a massive ecosystem? It violated in 1978, requiring oil firms to clean up and restore wetlands after the operation ended. Yeah, so over the past 100 years, Louisiana has lost more than 2,000 square miles of coastal land, an area larger than the state of Delaware. Without action, state officials warn another 3,000 square miles could disappear in the coming decades, so it needs to be cleaned up now to protect. But yeah, Chevron's lead attorney, can I just say, how morally bankrupt do you have to be like, no, we don't want to pay to restore, because this is the money that's going to be restoring these things. Mike Phillips, get in the sea, and I hope it's polluted, and I hope you have a big mouthful of it. Argue that the company followed the law and blamed the land loss on other causes, including levees along the Mississippi River to prevent sediment from naturally rebuilding the delta. But yeah, let's just hope that they appeal it and the appeal loses.
Is there any dates there of when they're trying to appeal it?
No. But I guess it's there is a funding gap for long-term coastal restoration projects. Much of the current funding came from BP's settlement after the 2010 Deepwater Horizon, which everyone's heard of, oil spill. But those funds are now starting to run out. So I say, whatever Phillips, whatever your name is, sounds like a white man. Mike Phillips, might not be. Not that matters. But yeah, I guess, come on, grow moral backbone and... Oh, here we go. Listen to this. Tommy Faucheux, president of the Louisiana Mid-Continent Oil and Gas Association, warned that the verdict, I bet he gets some payouts, warned that the verdict threatens Louisiana's status as national energy leader. Oh no, not a status as national energy leader. He said he also said the ruling could lead to retroactive lawsuits that punish companies following older laws. Good. Good.
What? Is he aware of what he's saying?
The people that are basically trying to restore habitat from being lost forever, it's just like, I'm sorry. At some point, the companies that have pillaged and destroyed our ecosystems are going to have to pay. And
100%.
Also, just take your dividends, which are probably in the millions, and go.
Have you ever heard of a least worrying threat?
Yeah.
Of what it could happen, and also you could really damage our reputation. No one cares, and also this could lead to more companies having to pay money. It's like,
I know, but
good.
Look, hey,
that is literally best case scenario for us.
America is not in a necessarily good environmental place at the moment, so I wouldn't be surprised if Trump stepped in.
Oh God,
he doesn't like anything to do with the environment.
I don't like Trump stepping in anything apart from dog shit.
Yeah, take that, Trump.
It's a giant mug you're drinking out
I never mean.
Nadia just lifted a mug and covered half the screen.
It's exactly the size a mug should be. Thank you very much. Little tiny mugs.
Okay, so we have... I can't remember your first story. What was it? Drunk animals.
It wasn't really a story, was it? I just found it a little tidbit.
No, it was good. Drunk story, new dogbane plant, and hopefully Chevron paying $700+ million.
And let's not forget the bumpy fish.
I already have. Look, if it ain't been discovered for all this time, it was cracking on without us. It doesn't need us. Doesn't need us.
No, nothing needs us.
Not in deep sea. Doesn't need us.
That's a deeper philosophical conversation for another day.
So thanks for tuning into another episode of Nature News, week 25, nerds. Lovely to chat to you. I hope you're all doing well and enjoying the autumnal feeling. I hope none
get out
of
and enjoy
you
it.
have put the heating on yet, in the south of England anyway. It's not that cold.
I did, just for indulgent purposes. I wasn't that cold.
But you, again, with outing yourself.
I'm sorry, I know. What's happening? Are you giving me truth serum before we come on? Is this
drinking
truth
serum. So, as always, follow us on social media. You know where to go by now. And if you have any spare cash, you want to throw it to your favourite wildlife and nature conservation podcast, you can do so at ko-fi.com/intothewildpod. You can even set up a small monthly donation of £3 to chuck it to us. Everything you give goes straight back into making the podcast. We don't do it for money, but it does cost to make this show. And whatever platform you're listening on, please do drop us a review. It means the world. And if you're not able to do that on the platform you're listening on, give us a shout on social media, put us in your stories, tweet about us, whatever you want to do, and we will retweet it and love you forever. But until next time,
Bye.
Goodbye.